48 hours ago, they were facing a death sentence handed down by Putin's puppet regime in eastern Ukraine. Today, Aiden, Aslin and Shaun Pinner, along with 3 more British prisoners of war, are free men and back home with their families. After 5 months in captivity, the group flew into Riyadh in Saudi Arabia last night, part of a dramatic prisoner release organised in part by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, with reports tonight suggesting the former Chelsea owner, Roman Abramovich, was also involved.
We just want to let everyone know that we're now out of the danger zone and we're on our way home to our families and whatnot. Not just us, there was also in total 10 foreigners that were in captivity.
Well, they were part of that major prisoner swap that also included a big Putin ally, Viktor Medvedchuk, going the other way. It's been an emotional rollercoaster for their families, to put it mildly. And I'm delighted to say I'm joined exclusively tonight by Shaun's sister, Cassandra, and Aiden's brother, Nathan, for their first broadcast interviews.
Hi.
Good evening, guys. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cassandra, let me talk to you first. You've been with your brother today. How was the reunion and how is he doing?
Oh, he's doing really well. It was an amazing reunion. The whole of the closest family, just big hugs, lots of crying for all the good reasons this time. Yeah, it's just been brilliant. Been settling in, been feeding him, and, you know, just having some lovely family time.
Feeding him, I bet he could do with a square meal. And Nathan, we spoke, of course, back in April when your brother was first captured and we saw those terrifying scenes of him as a prisoner. What's it like to have him home?
It's just a remarkable experience. You know, it's something that, you know, I didn't expect. It's really hard to kind of describe and put into words, but the feeling it's heartwarming. It's emotional. We were all kind of sharing tears, hugs and laughs early hours this morning when we met him. You know, it's been a horrible 6-7 months, not knowing what the next day could bring, but no, we're overjoyed, over the moon, and we're just glad for him and for the other guys to be back.
Cassandra, when did you find out your brother was coming home, and what do you both understand of how it all happened?
My mum told me, she phoned me at work yesterday lunchtime and told me, well, first of all, I missed her call and my mum never calls me at work. So I phoned her straight away and said, what's going on? And she said, he's on a plane. He's on his way. And I said, where is he going? And this was about 12:30 yesterday lunchtime. And he said, yeah, he's on his way home.
So no warning. It was that quick.
It was that quick. Well, considering what we had heard the night before and all the propaganda that was going on, we were feeling a bit deflated, to say the least. But that news was just amazing, and I just cried. I was in floods of tears, absolutely crying.
And what do you understand of how it happened? And also, in particular tonight, Roman Abramovich's name is being linked to all this. Some suggested he was on the same plane as your brother home.
He was on the plane and helping, but politically I don't know. But I know he was with them at some point.
Did your brother meet him?
Yes.
Right. And did he explain what he was doing on that plane?
He didn't know. He was helping out in some way, but yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of it, so I can't say anything.
Nathan, let me just ask you this, if you don't mind. You've obviously had some quite dark days. Have you had a chance to talk to Aiden yet about how he was treated in captivity, or even how he was mistreated?
No, not at the moment. I think it's pretty distressing and kind of hard to talk about topic for Aiden. We were told by the Foreign Office in advance not to ask those kind of questions, just to let him kind of lead the talks if he was to discuss anything like that. But so far, not really. He's not really said anything. Only like kind of bits and bobs, but nothing clear that we didn't want to pry. But he's in good spirits at the moment. He's doing really well. He's settling in pretty well. I think he's just happy to be able to be at home, spending time with his fiancée and his family, especially my mum and my nan.
Yeah. Cassandra, is that the same with you for Shaun, or has he said a little what did happen when he was in captivity yet?
Not really opened up. As Nathan said, everyone's been told just to let everybody take their time.
Sure.
Everyone will say things in their own time. We don't put pressure on. They still have to speak to certain people about what goes on, but that's nothing that we're here to discuss.
No, of course.
That's not family stuff.
The authorities will want to talk at length with them, I'm sure, about exactly what happened and when. But look, for the two of you, a quick final question. Do either of your brothers regret going out there to fight for Ukraine against the Russians, Cassandra?
No.
I don't he loves the country. He loved the people. His wife's out there. He calls it his home. It's homeland. It's where he lives. And no, he wouldn't have even wanted to leave the war if it wasn't as it is now.
And that's the same with Aiden, Nathan.
Yeah, you could ask Aiden if he could go back in time and would he do something different. I genuinely think he would do the same thing again. Not to speak for him, but he's so passionate about the country, especially with his wife. His wife to be, sorry. The fact that she's Ukrainian, he loves the history, he loves the country and the people, the food, the culture, all of it. And I genuinely do not think for a second, because he was a big kind of believer. Like he knew that this war was coming, and he chose to go on for another year when his contract ended. So if he knew that, if he was to regret doing anything, I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have extended his contract. So no, I don't think he did.
Cassandra Pinner and Nathan Wood, thank you so much for talking to me, and again, our congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.